জনাব আবু তাহেরকে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি সেন্টারের ডাইরেক্টর প্রফেসর ফাজরিন হুদাকে, প্রফেসর বিভাগের চেয়ারম্যান প্রফেসর জাহাঙ্গীর আলমকে এবং আমার অত্যন্ত আপনজন এই বাহাই সম্প্রদায়ের যারা এই প্রোগ্রামে অংশগ্রহণ করেছেন তাদের প্রত্যেককে, এবং তাদের প্রত্যেকের সাথে আমার অত্যন্ত ঘনিষ্ঠ সম্পর্ক এবং সেই সম্পর্ক শ্রদ্ধার সম্পর্ক। আমি আমার এখানে যে নির্ধারিত যিনি বক্তা ডক্টর জব্বার আইদেল খানি, আমি তাকে পরিচয় করিয়ে দেওয়ার আগেই আমি সামান্য দুই একটি কথা বলতে চাই। সেটা হচ্ছে এই যে আমরা পৃথিবীতে এসেছি, আল্লাহ আমাদেরকে সৃষ্টি করেছেন। আমি আল্লাহর ইচ্ছাতেই মুসলিম পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করেছিলাম বলেই আমি মুসলমান। একজন আমাদের বাহাই বন্ধুরা যারা সরাসরি কনভার্টেড হন নাই, বাহাই পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করেছেন, তারা বাহাই পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করেছেন বলেই বাহাই। একজন হিন্দু পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করেছেন এবং পরিবেশে বড় হয়েছেন বলেই তিনি হিন্দু। একজন খ্রিস্টান পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করেছেন এবং খ্রিস্টান পরিবেশে বড় হয়েছেন বলেই খ্রিস্টান। এখন আমি কাজী নুরুল ইসলাম যদি খ্রিস্টান পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করতাম তাহলে আমার নাম ডেভিড জোনাথন হতে পারত। আমি যদি হিন্দু পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করতাম তাহলে আমার নাম বিজয় কৃষ্ণ হতে পারত। তাহলে এই যে আমি মুসলমান বা আরেকজন বাহাই, আরেকজন হিন্দু এবং আরেকজন খ্রিস্টান, বেশিরভাগ ক্ষেত্রেই আল্লাহর মহান পরিকল্পনা এবং আমরা সেই মহান পরিকল্পনা অনুসারী বিভিন্ন ধর্মের অনুসারী। কাজেই আমি মনে করি আমরা সবাই একই পরিবারের, সেই ঈশ্বরের পরিবারের, আল্লাহর বা ভগবানের পরিবারের সদস্য। আমরা একে অপরের ভাই, একে অপরের বোন, এই পরিচয়টাই হচ্ছে আমাদের সবচেয়ে বড়। এবং আমরা এই কথাগুলো যদি মনে রাখি তাহলে আন্তঃধর্মীয় সম্প্রীতির জন্য কাজ করা আমাদের জন্য সহজ হবে। আমি আর একটা মিনিট কথা বলবো, সেটা হলো যে আমার সৌভাগ্য হয়েছে প্রায় 40টা দেশে থেকে এই 40টা দেশের মানুষের ধর্মকে জানতে। আমি ধর্মকে জেনেছি শুধু বই পড়ে নয়, বিভিন্ন ধর্মের মানুষের সাথে একান্ত ঘনিষ্ঠভাবে মিশে তাদের ধর্মীয় আচরণগুলোকে জানতে এবং উপলব্ধি করতে। এবং সেই কারণে আমি সব ধর্মের মানুষের প্রতি যথেষ্ট পরিমাণ শ্রদ্ধাশীল এবং সব ধর্মের মানুষকে আমি ভালোবাসি। এবং আমার স্বপ্ন ছিল আন্তঃধর্মীয় সম্প্রীতি প্রতিষ্ঠা এবং আলোকিত মানুষ তৈরি করা। এবং সেই কারণেই আমি এই ডিপার্টমেন্ট অফ ওয়ার্ল্ড রিলিজিয়নস এবং এই আন্তঃধর্মীয় সম্প্রীতির জন্য এই যে প্রতিষ্ঠিত CIID, এটাকে আমি প্রতিষ্ঠা করার ক্ষেত্রে মানে ভূমিকা রাখতে পেরেছিলাম। বলা যেতে পারে, আমাকে যদি কেউ ভুল না বোঝেন তাহলে বলি, আমি অনেকটা একক প্রচেষ্টায় দীর্ঘদিন কাজ করার পর এই দুটো প্রতিষ্ঠানকে প্রতিষ্ঠিত করতে পেরেছিলাম। এবং আমি এখন খুবই গর্বিত এবং খুবই তৃপ্ত যে আমার ছাত্রছাত্রীরা এই দুটো সংগঠনকেই, দুইটা প্রতিষ্ঠানকেই যথাযথভাবে কাজে লাগাচ্ছে এবং আলোকিত মানুষ তৈরি করা এবং আন্তঃধর্মীয় সম্প্রীতি প্রতিষ্ঠা করার জন্য তারা আপ্রাণ কাজ করে যাচ্ছে। যাই হোক, আজকের আমার এখানে যিনি বক্তব্য রাখবেন ডক্টর জব্বার আইদেল খানি, তিনি অনেক বড় মাপের একজন বিজ্ঞানী। তিনি অ্যাপ্লাইড ফিজিক্সের মানুষ এবং একসময় বেস্ট ইয়ং সায়েন্টিস্ট হিসাবেও বাংলাদেশে তিনি পুরস্কৃত হয়েছিলেন। তিনি he served as a lecturer in physics department of Bangladesh Institute of Technology, Rajshahi from 1991 to 1993. He also served as an honorable member of the Continental Board of Councillors of Baha'is in Asia from 1990 to 2020 and consultant of Dubai Opticals, Dubai, UAE from 2000 to 2021. আমি যত বাহাইদের সাথে যত মিশেছি ততই আমি মুগ্ধ হয়েছি। তারা অত্যন্ত ভালো মানুষ, লেখাপড়ার ক্ষেত্রে তারা অত্যন্ত আগ্রহী এবং আজকে যারা আমাদের এখানে অংশগ্রহণ করছেন তারা অনেক বড় মাপের পণ্ডিত এবং ডক্টর আব্দুল আইদেল খানি তিনি অনেক বড় মাপের পণ্ডিত। আমি তাকে আমাদের এই অনুষ্ঠানে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি এবং তাকে তার বক্তব্য উপস্থাপনের জন্য সবিনয় নিবেদন করছি।
Thank you very much. It is really a great pleasure to be in presence of all of you. Very dear Dr. Mohammed Samad, Dr. Jahangir, Dr. Farzin Huda, Dr. Nurul Islam, and other very respected participants. Actually, this is a great pleasure to be here. And I'm not going to read my paper, but I'm going to say a few very important concepts that involves building a civilization that all of us are interested to live in peace, security, and stability. This is what everyone is trying to have: a stable, a secure, and a peaceful community, country, city, and a world full of peace, security, and stability. And without religious harmony, it is impossible to achieve all these important values of humanity. So religious harmony is a must, and these religions can be in one way considered as a diverse source of inspiration, source of power, source of building, source of service, but at the same time also always every good thing can be misused. Even science have been misused. Some people may hijack the religions, some people may cause it to be the source of hatred, source of war, source of many things. So we have to be very careful to use this forces in the path of progress of humanity. Now, building harmony is a process. It is not an event. It is not a project. It cannot be done once and then we say, okay, now we have peace, or okay, now we have stability, we have harmony. Humanity has to be committed. All religions have to be committed. Everyone has to be committed, from individual, from communities, from non-government institutions, government institutions. We have to be committed and we have to work very hard towards it. Building peace and keeping peace is like going for mountaineering, not with helicopter, but on foot, step by step. And sometimes we fall, sometimes we are hurt, sometimes there is backdrop, but we again stand, we again try, and we again try to make peace, stability, security, harmony, and it's going to be difficult. So first is that we shouldn't take it for granted. We shouldn't take this as if it is easy. With a few talks or a few things, it can happen. We have to strive for it. We have to put exertion for that. Even sometimes after we achieve some level of, say, harmony, just to keep the harmony needs a lot of effort. It's very much like the bird. Flying is not easy. It takes a lot of what you call strength, a lot of energy for a bird to start the flight. And then when flying, and then once it is on the sky, still, if doesn't exert itself, will fall. Cannot say, okay, now I am in the sky, now I will rest. If rest for a minute, it will fall. Also, peace, harmony, security, even to preserve it, we have to try very hard. It's a process, and it is a never-ending process. If we look at different communities, if we look at the relationship that different individuals and different followers of different religions have with each other, we will see there is a spectrum. In the worst case, they may hate each other. And in the best case, they are serving each other, they are working with each other. We are somewhere here, and we have to always, whether as a community, as a government, as a university, as an individual, always I have to look at the next step. What is the next step for me? It's not that suddenly from a community that not necessarily has enough harmony, suddenly we can have harmony. Step by step, we have to build it. This is also very important. The beauty of the humanity, but also we can make it the cause of disunity. We have to be very careful about all those things. Now, when we are working for the harmony, of course, Baha'i community approaches it very humbly with absolute humility, because we have to learn it. So we like to learn it from many different religions who have already done something and learned about that. We want to learn it from universities. We want to learn it from everyone who work in that field. We have learned also a little bit here and there. We like also to share whatever we have learned. And we always like to collaborate and cooperate with others in making sure that there is peace, harmony, and unity in the society and communities that we live. Now, let us say the question is that when we are talking about harmony, harmony is a very profound concept, and it can have also many spectrums of meanings. For example, when you talk about peace, peace can be lack of war. But lack of war is just the beginning. Peace means much more than just lack of war. We may not just be in war, but we may not be also in peace. Peace can be a process that we have to build it. Harmony also is like that. So the question is that, what is the minimum acceptable attitude from any religious people or anyone towards other religions? my understanding is that the minimum acceptable, the minimum civilized way is to have tolerance towards people of other faiths. That is the first step, just to tolerate others. This is the minimum. This is not very good, but at least this is the minimum. What does it mean to be tolerant? Tolerant means I may not like what others do, but I will not object. I will keep quiet. I will tolerate. I will accept that there are other religions. I accept that there are other ways of thinking. And it is not even for other religions. Believe me, the most difficult situation is between the followers of the same religion. Even followers of the same religion do not tolerate each other. Even in a family, people do not sometimes tolerate each other's opinion and each other's attitude and each other's ability. So first is we have to learn to tolerate. Then we may say go to another step. Once that we have learned to have tolerance, then we may think, okay, what is the next step? This step, maybe we can consider it as association. We have to associate with others. We have to consort with others. We have to have relationship with people of other religions. This not only helps us to remove a lot of misunderstandings. I excuse for some sound because some construction is going on near our house, which is out of my control, if you can hear it. But anyhow, so we have to start associating, and it needs effort. Because sometimes also when we want to associate with other people, not that the people around us accept it or they support it. Sometimes we have to go out of our way to make sure that we associate with the people of other religions. If they have celebrations, we join it. If they have ceremonies, we try to participate. I make sure that in the similar way that I have friends among my own religion, I have friends also among the followers of other religions. So association can be the second phase or second step. Third milestone or third step may be serving other people of other religions. Now I have already tolerated them, I have already associated with them, but how can I serve the followers or people of other religions? How can in myself, because every religion, without any hesitation, every religion talks about these values, including service. Every person on this earth knows that service to others is valuable, is very important. These are not new things. These are part of definition of man. In fact, Baha'u'llah says today, the definition of man is a person who serves the entire humanity. So that is the difference, in fact, between a human being and other beings. We serve others. So service is such an important concept, and learning to, without any prejudice, without any discrimination, serve people of every religion, or even people of, even irreligious people, irrespective of their faith, irrespective of their beliefs, irrespective of their color and creed and social strata and economical strata, irrespective of everything, we can learn to selflessly serve them. Now, each one of these concepts can be a subject for a long talk, which we don't have time. The last concept that I like to share with you as like ultimate, maybe a way of creating social harmony, is to collaborate together, help each other to build a civilization. Because in one way also, if we look back to all civilizations and all religions, we can see that almost all religions have built civilizations during their times. Now, one of the friends talked about Jalaluddin Rumi. Think about Ibn Sina. Think about Ibn Khaldun. There was a time that really there was a golden area. In every religion, there has been a golden area. Civilization is built. Now, today, we know that the people of the whole world are so interconnected that we need now to build a world civilization. No more this religion civilization or that religion civilization or Western civilization or Eastern civilization. People in the world are very much interconnected. You see what happened in Wuhan. There has been one person affected by this bacteria, this virus, and then within a few months, whole world was affected. There is no escape. There is no escape. And every new variety, whether it was Delta, whether it was Omicron, we have learned that it is impossible. It's only a matter of time. As no matter how much you protect yourself, it's only a matter of time. You look at this war which has started and going on. This war already is affecting everyone. Bangladesh is too far from Ukraine. Bangladesh is economically one of the least dependent countries to Ukraine or Russia. But you see, even Bangladesh, the price of some of the commodities started to rise. We are very much interconnected. We have to build a divine civilization. We have to build a civilization that has both is divine, has moral aspect to it, and also a material aspect to it. And for this, everyone, every religion has to participate. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. অনেক ধন্যবাদ স্যার আমি ঠিক মতন বাংলা বলতে পারি না এর জন্য আমি ইংলিশে বললাম if there is any question you are most welcome
Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. I know that you speak Bangla very well, but in any case you prefer to speak in English, and you speak English as if it is your mother tongue. So there is we didn't have any problem because our students and our colleagues, they also understand English. I appreciate your presentation. I would like to ask our audience to raise questions if they have. I'm sure some of our colleagues will have questions, and I'm sure you will kindly answer to those questions. And the questions need to be very brief. Our colleagues and students, friends, please raise questions. This type of program cannot be one-way traffic. We need to discuss, we need to raise question, and we need to challenge at times.
স্যার আমি কি একটু রিকোয়েস্ট করতে পারি স্যার আপনাকে স্যার একটা রিকোয়েস্ট আপনাকে আমাদের অনুষ্ঠান পরিচালনার স্বার্থে আমাদের অনুষ্ঠানের যে সভাপতি উনি আমাকে বলেছিলেন যদি আমরা 3টা সেশনের পর পর কোশ্চেন রেজ করি তাহলে আমাদের জন্য সুবিধা হবে তো এই জন্য স্যার আমি আপনাকে রিকোয়েস্ট করব স্যার 3টা সেশনের পর পরই যেন আমরা কোশ্চেন রেজ করি
I didn't know that. So it is better than we wait for some time, and after all the speakers have finished their presentations, then we will ask our friends to raise questions.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then I will. Then you are at liberty to ask the next speaker to make his presentation. But before, he makes his presentation, I would like to say a few words. Baha'is, I'm sure all of you know that this is the fastest growing religion in the world. In most of the countries, you will find Baha'is, and mainly because of their openness, because of their Catholicity, they have been accepted by people even though they do not accept or embrace this religion. I am one of those who likes, one of those who like this religion very much. But one thing I would like to say that in Bangladesh, we have quite a good number of Baha'is, and most of them are highly qualified and highly placed. But you know that before 2 years, Sikhism has been considered or accepted as one of the religions of Bangladesh by the government. This has been declared by the government, but unfortunately, there is not a single Sikh citizen in Bangladesh. There are 5 Gurudwaras in Bangladesh, and that's all. Some Sikhs live in Bangladesh as for the purpose of their business. But Baha'is, they do not live here for business. They are settled here. They are born here in this country. And I most humbly ask to recognize Baha'i faith as one of the religious traditions of Bangladesh. I take this opportunity to urge upon the government and particularly the Prime Minister, who is very secular and who is very open-minded towards people of other faiths. I would most humbly request our government to consider Baha'ism as one of the established and active dominant religions of this country. But before I finish, I would like to add one more word, and that is about Dr. Mahanambrata Brahmachari. You all know that Dr. Mahanambrata Brahmachari used to say that a bird is born as a bird and dies as a bird. The bird doesn't have to learn or acquire birdness. A dog is born as a dog and the dog also dies as a dog. A dog doesn't have to learn or acquire the quality of a dog. It is only human baby. A human baby is born with all the potentialities of a human being, but that baby has to acquire the qualities of human being. And one day that baby may turn into a human being, and if the baby that human being doesn't follow the qualities of or the virtues of a genuine human being, then that human being becomes amanus or inhuman. So our scholar, first scholar, presenter, has mentioned that we need to be true human being. We need to be true human being, and I repeat, we need to be true human being. And if we become true human beings, then and only then we can think of world peace. We can think of interreligious harmony. Anyway, thank you very much. And now our next presentation can be arranged.
Thank you so much, our respected teacher, Dr. Kazimul Islam, for your wonderful discussion and wonderful moderate our first academic session. Now I'd like to request Mr. Mahmoudul Haq to moderate our next academic session. Mr. Mahmoudul Haq.